Welcome everyone to the Everything Show. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys?
What's up, Daniel?
Hi, guys.
Okay, so what do you have with Star Wars, Chris?
Well, I didn't read these myself because I'm kind of staying away from them a bit, but I know that the synopsises for the first few episodes of Rebels, or it might be all of them for this first half of the season, are online now. I've already seen the first episode. They showed it at Star Wars Celebration this year, and first episode was pretty good.
All right.
It's definitely setting up some sort of something interesting. If you're a Mandalorian fan, you're
Right.
probably going to want to watch this season. Definitely.
Okay. Now that's the Rebels is on Netflix, right?
No, Rebels is on Disney
No?
XD.
Oh no, but isn't it on Netflix too? The old episodes, or no?
I really don't know, to be honest with you.
Okay. So this season is what season is this? 4?
Yeah, this is the final season.
How many episodes are they gonna have?
I think it's something like 22. I know, but I think the first half of the season is going to be this year, leading up to episode 8, and then the last half is going to be next year.
Mm.
And then, like Daniel was saying off air, that's when the next animated series is most likely going to be announced.
Is that Forces of Destiny or
no?
What is that?
Forces of Destiny is totally different.
Okay.
Dave Filoni himself said that there is definitely another series after Rebels. We don't know what it is just yet. I'm really hoping, really hoping that it's something between episodes 6 and 7.
Like Knights of Ren or something?
Something, because, well, I don't think it's going to be Knights of Ren, because I think they're saving them for a novel. But I personally hope that it's between 6 and 7 because, well, a couple of reasons. The main reason is I'm really tired of things being set between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I know that that's an important timeline in the Star Wars canon, but it's too much now.
Yeah,
too much now with it's between 3 and 4 and it's leading. Like we kind of have a pretty good idea of the important things that happen between 3 and 4. Right. I'm hoping it's between 6 and 7, or maybe between 5 and 6. But the only way that I would really want it set between 5 and 6 would be if it followed Luke, and maybe we saw some of the things he was doing. The problem with that is, A, there's no Han Solo, and B, that's a really short amount of time.
Right.
So you wouldn't really get a lot. So I'm saying, why not explain on some of the things that happened between the 32 years, or in the 32 years between 6 and 7. We've got a whole bunch of novels that are doing it. They're doing a great job.
Right.
Everybody read Bloodline, seriously. And, let's start figuring out some of the things that happened then. I know that they've got a novel planned about Luke for after episode 8 that's going to explain some of the things that happened between 6 and 7. But I say, why not have a new show with new characters that takes place between 6 and 7, and we kind of see what happened after the Empire fell, or while the Empire was falling, and how the New Republic started to rise, and we go with that. And then in that, we can maybe see the First Order, and we can see maybe Kylo Ren and Poe Dameron and some of this, Captain Phasma even, and we could see some of this stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Again, I don't watch Rebels, but I would like stuff set in the present, or the 32-year gap or whatever. That would be open up a lot more doors. What's up, Sally?
What's up?
We're talking Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars stuff in general.
Okay.
So, and of course that Snoke thing was nonsense.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not even what the figure looks like, correct? Or
to be honest with you, I don't know how you can like look at an action figure the way it's molded and be like, oh
Right.
my gosh, this is like. You see how
Right.
ridiculous that sounds? Like,
Yes.
I can understand if it was a specific detail. Like, for example, the ring that the Snoke figure is wearing.
Mhm.
That's an important detail. But
Right.
like, you're not gonna take the clothes off of an action figure and be
Mhm.
like, look at the way it's molded. He must be a woman. Like,
So was this coming from Reddit, like as usual, or no?
I've got no idea. You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like, all the people that were like, oh my gosh, this Darth Jar Jar thing is real. It sounds like this is like the Last Jedi's version of that. Like,
with the dark side.
I always thought the funniest thing about that was that the people that put that on there were like, guys, this is a joke. And
Yeah.
people were like, no, it's not. You're telling the truth. Like,
Right.
what the hell?
Yeah.
See, there's one of them now.
I
There's
know.
one of them. They're honking
Jar
at
Jar's
us.
starting some stuff out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be clean on this episode. Yeah. I never got these crazy, wild fan theories and how people actually believe this stuff. That it's just so ridiculous. But they do. And, Now, I saw the was it Forces of Destiny? Frank Oz's voice in Yoda, right? I think,
Boy.
or no? Or no?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know why Yoda would be in that show. Like, that show is supposed to be about like the females of Star Wars and stuff.
Yeah, is that because of like an SJW thing, or is that just
That show is it's almost blatantly like that. Yeah.
SJW Star Wars?
I don't watch it because I've just heard so many bad things about
Oh,
it.
it's out already.
Yeah. There's been a.
Wow. I don't hear anybody talking. I don't hear anybody talking about it. Wow.
I'm pretty sure there's been a couple of episodes out, and like originally I liked the idea, but then they were like, well, it's gonna focus on just the women of Star Wars, and I was like, okay, like whatever. That's.
Do they have like a Star Wars thing that just focuses on the men? No, I mean. That's
Joe, that would be sexist now, wouldn't it?
Right. I mean, that's.
Sorry. But yeah, I don't like. I know Han Solo and Chewie are in an episode with Rey.
Wow, thank you for throwing us a bone there with that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, why would Yoda be in? Unless it's like an old, like an old, like
he was
before
training. He was training Ahsoka, I think.
Oh, Ahsoka. Okay, well that makes sense. I guess.
Well, that might make sense, but
yeah,
I've never even heard that show.
The SJW Wars.
It's not a great show, apparently. Like I know that
SJW Wars. Yeah.
There's been a lot of YouTubers online, Star Wars YouTubers in general, that I've watched, and one prominent one was like, it's not really that good. And so I was just like, okay, I wasn't interested in it before. I'm really not interested in it anymore. Like,
Did you watch that or no?
Yeah, sure. I watch everything Star Wars.
How is it?
It's okay.
It's okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's the general consensus, like from what I've heard from everybody. That no one seems to really, really like it. It's just kind of like it's there.
It's just there. Like,
yeah,
depends the time. I guess.
You know what it's meant for? It's really geared more towards like the younger crowd. Like, so like I think they're trying to get little girls into Star Wars, so that when they get older, they can be like
Jedi
passing it on to their children and stuff. It's not a bad idea. It's just not meant for like older Star Wars fans.
Right. I don't find it the least bit interesting at all, and I didn't even know it was on, to tell you the truth. But I'll run to it like I run to see the Inhumans, which is not at all. Did anybody see that?
No, I haven't watched it.
Daniel?
No.
No.
Well, wait, but before we go on to something else,
Okay.
I wanted to kind of get like, what are you looking for in the next animated show, Daniel? Like, what are you hoping that they throw in there?
Well, I'm hoping that we follow Luke Skywalker on a journey. I'm hoping that it has Luke Skywalker in it. This is how I would do it. Okay, LucasArts, they prohibited books taking place after the Battle of Jakku. So that means you're probably saving that time period for a movie or a TV series. I'm thinking a TV series. So I think it's going to be after the Battle of Jakku and after Luke Skywalker lost his Jedi Academy to the hands of Kylo Ren. So in the new series, it's going to take place after Kylo Ren destroyed the Academy, and we're going to follow a depressed, grizzled Luke Skywalker throughout the galaxy, and he's jumping from planet to planet, collecting Sith artifacts and looking for the first Jedi Temple. And throughout the series, since he's depressed and really, he's upset, he's angry, he's depressed, he's been betrayed, he lost his academy. He's got all his anger in him, so he's slowly turning to the dark side throughout the series. And also, since he's collecting Sith artifacts, that's only worse. That's only making his situation even worse because he's taking in knowledge of the dark side. So slowly we see him, going to the dark side throughout the series, and he's fighting to stay on the light side, and that's how he learns he has to balance both. That leads into episode 7.
Wow, Daniel, that is a really well thought out.
I would be totally on board with that.
Yeah.
That is you thought that whole thing up?
Yeah.
That is a well thought out thing. I gotta commend you on that one. That is really good, Daniel. Really good stuff.
I think, honestly, if they did something even close to that, I think that would probably drive the ratings for whatever channel that was on.
That's
up to pretty high, I would think.
You should write it, Daniel. That is good.
And Daniel reminded me of something too. There was a bit of news that came out. Now this one, take it with a grain of salt. It's not really a spoiler because it's being displayed blatantly on a package of toys.
Okay.
And someone pointed this out. And I don't know if it's like a misprint on the package or something, but it doesn't seem like it. There is a new picture of Kylo Ren out on one of these packages, and he has the yellow Sith eyes.
Oh, snap!
So I don't know what the hell is going on. We've seen promotional pictures of him with his normal blue eyes, but yellow eyes Sith, man.
Well, let me ask you a question. Somebody brought something up in the comment section. Dooku never had those eyes, did he?
Not in the movies, no.
But he did in general, or?
He could have had them if he wanted to. Apparently, there's a way that they can kind of like turn them on and off, I guess.
No, but does that mean anything if they have them? Like they're purely evil? Or like, what does it mean?
If they have them, usually it means one of two things. Actually, it means both things. It means that they are really, really deep into the dark side, like almost to the point of no return, and that their body is going through some sort of dark side degradation.
Oh. So, in other words, Darth Vader was going through dark side degradation, basically. That's why they kept having to cure him, or whatever the hell it was?
No, his injuries were purely because of what happened on Mustafar. However, they did make a point in the new comic, the Darth Vader comic, to show, and this is going to be spoilers for that, but the whole point of this new Darth Vader comic is to show how he got his lightsaber, or how he made his lightsaber. And we finally see what the process of bleeding a crystal, a kyber crystal, what that looks like, right? So he takes this crystal that he got from defeating a Jedi Master, and he brings it to Mustafar. And he brings it to this cave on Mustafar where he's trying to make the crystal bleed, okay? So the fun fact about this is this cave where he does this is apparently the same spot where his castle gets built that we see in Rogue One.
Okay.
So he's doing it. He's trying to make this crystal bleed. And the crystal, obviously, all kyber crystals are connected to the Force. So it causes this kind of like force feedback when he's trying to do this. And it shows him an alternate path that he could take if he decides to turn back to the light side.
Oh.
And it shows him using this very crystal. However, it doesn't bleed. It stays green because the normal crystal is green. And it shows him turning back to the light side and killing Palpatine and then finding Obi-Wan and apologizing to him.
Wow.
And as this is going on, we see a shot inside of his helmet where his eyes turn blue, back to the way Anakin's were, right?
Oh.
But he rejects this alternate path that he's seeing. And when he does that, his eyes turn yellow.
Oh.
And the crystal bleeds. And then that's how he gets his lightsaber crystal. So this is like a really... I think it's interesting that they're exploring this a bit more, because I think we're going to see something along these lines. Maybe not necessarily a lightsaber crystal bleeding, but I think we're going to see something like this in one of the upcoming movies. Whether it's 8 or 9 or an anthology film, I don't know. But something's going to happen with these kyber crystals.
Right. Okay. Now, Snoke is the main bad guy, right, of the next movie?
Well, not of the next movie. I mean, he's supposed to be the overall villain. But
okay.
Yeah.
And Kylo Ren, obviously. So.
I think Ren's going to be the main villain of the next one, kind of like how he was in The Force Awakens.
So he's not going to turn good?
Not in this one, I don't think.
Okay.
But do I still think he's going to turn good? Yes, I think at some point he is.
What do you think, Daniel? Okay. What do you think, Sally?
I think it sounds good. I mean, let's see what happens. But yeah, because I agree with Chris. I think he'll eventually turn good.
Yeah. You think anybody's going to die? Like Finn or anybody?
Yeah, I think Poe's going to get it in episode 9.
Really?
I do, yeah.
Oh my God! Wow, that's big.
If he doesn't become Rey's love interest, I think they're going to kill him off.
Why do you think they're going to do that?
Do what?
With Poe Dameron and her?
Because they had that moment in the Force Awakens novel.
Oh, I didn't even read that. There was a moment?
Yes.
But why didn't they put that in the film?
Because the film was already kind of too long as it was.
They were kind of just made. I mean, they made you look like that. Finn and her were gonna. You're like they were close, no?
I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't think that was ever in the cards for them to be together.
Okay.
And if you just watch the movie again, you'll see what I mean.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I'll spell it out too. She has no romantic interest in Finn at all.
Oh, okay.
Like, not even close.
Oh. Okay. And Finn's going to be... Right.
Yeah, which I'm a fan of because I don't need another love story in these movies.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I really thought that he had a thing for her, that he was, like, running after, like, Kylo Ren.
He definitely has a thing for Rey. No doubt. But she doesn't have anything for him. She's just like...
She's just too busy in her own stuff.
Stand 2 feet away from me at all times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
I didn't get that at all. I mean, hugging each other, like, all right.
You gotta at least look up this thing that happened.
Bro, I didn't even get that. I watched like Force Awakens I don't know how many times, and I'm like,
I'm telling you, you gotta at least look up this thing that happens between her and Poe in Force Awakens novel. It's really subtle, but if you read it, you'll get what I mean.
Oh my God! Now I'm in the dark. Almost like Darth Vader with the helmet on. I don't know what's happening. Damn. And I'm not even breathing like Darth Vader either. Damn. What the heck? Daniel, where are you? Okay. Keep this. All right. Any other Star Wars stuff?
Not that I know of.
I would suggest we keep the Star Wars. Keep it in themes. And then we can go into something else. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Chris? What do you think, Chris? Or should we just keep going? Chris?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. What do you think?
I said it sounds good. Yeah.
All right. All right. We'll be back. Take care. Bye for now.
Porgs